4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000, 7 1000, 8 1000, 9 1000. Oh no! Dude, I'm so sorry everybody. This was a there we go. I think we're going to get some broadcasts now. There we go. Mark, give a little Mark Ribet. All right, there we're going out. Looks like it's going well. Just gonna make sure this is all functioning properly. Going well. Oh man, everything. Okay, so everything in the live stream up to this point was not broadcast audio-wise. You were just watching video. This is definitely a sign that I need to repost. I got a bunch of stuff I need to repost, but this is we're gonna repost this one, so we'll fill in the audio after the fact. There we go.
I can hear you now.
Dude, Sean, thank you so much for catching that. That's awesome. I've got you. I tried to pull you back into this sucker. If you guys want, there you go. There you go. Pulling you back into our multiplayer group here, if that's helpful. Relax, might be here a while. So sorry everybody who's been listening for these sweet 16 minutes with no audio. I'm sure I've looked very animated while I was talking here. We kind of started off with a little prayer for the world, that all of the nuclear troubles that are going on work themselves out, and that we not start a nuclear war, and that Russia not start a nuclear war, and that the planet Earth be maintained. And then we were talking a little bit about the science related to nuclear fallout and how that all really messes up the planet. Basically, long story short, if you release nuclear material in the Earth... Hey, what's up?
My game crashed when I was playing.
Yeah, I totally saw you guys drop off, Sean. I saw you were chilling like villains for just a minute, and then you both dropped off. You and Deadpool. It might not have even just been you. It might have been your server, or something like that. Because you both dropped at the same time. And if it was just yours, I'm guessing that Deadpool would have stuck around. So we would have had you and Deadpool, and then one of you would have stuck around. But whatever. It's nice to have you now. Let's see if we can... Let me just double check you here. Okay, yeah, you've still got invitations. All good in the hood. Alright, here we go. We're defending this thing. Okay, we're in retreat. Cool. Wow, look at that Wookiee. That Wookiee was like spring-loaded. That was cool. That was extremely cool. Launched like a missile, like a rocket-propelled grenade.
Sean Wilmot. Also, Deadpool had to get off Oswell.
Yeah, no problem, man. All good in the hood. Thanks for letting me know, Sean. I appreciate that. Let's see if we can get on the same server. I don't think we're on this. We might not be on the same server right now. All good. But, yeah. Let's play. Let's have some fun. Man, I kind of cut a corner today when I was doing my checklist. I didn't double check my volume was coming through on that. Sorry about that, everybody. Thank you, Sean, for letting me know. This would have been a very odd broadcast if we had not turned on the audio. Someone got behind me. All good. Get a good reincarnate. All right, good reboot. A good reboot. Yeah. So. Just to kind of bring the previous topics current with the sound out there. In the 1970s, in the United States, there was a campaign, and moms sent their kids when they lost their baby teeth. You know, everybody gets born with baby teeth, and then those fall out, and then you get like a new set of teeth when you become an adult, and then those are the set of teeth that you try to keep for the rest of your life. Baby teeth were essentially filled with radioactive material. And this radioactive material came from test nuclear detonations.
Sean Wilmot 01. I'm going to have to get off soon because I probably have a busy day tomorrow.
Sean, that sounds awesome. You have a fantastic evening when you need to jump. It's all good in the hood. Have a great day tomorrow. Have an awesome Saturday, a great weekend. Hope you get a lot of cool and productive stuff done in your neck of the woods, my friend. Enjoy your evening, and thanks for being such a cool person to let me know what's happening. You're such a good member of the team, dude. You're so good. You're always Always checking in. You're always on time. Super responsible. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. And so, nuclear stuff. So yeah. So what was happening is those above ground nuclear tests were spraying radioactive material into the atmosphere and all over the planet. Babies, you know, that material was getting its way into babies' food, into young kids' food, and then it became part of their teeth. So it just goes to show you that the actual environment of the planet, if you detonate a nuclear weapon in China, for example, and it's like a test nuke, and you will get radiation all over the planet. You will get radiation in every country, any place that there's food and water. So this technology, which we're using for war, you know, typically war is between soldiers. So in history, war has not been conducted against civilians, really until about the Second World War and the First World War. Civilians got caught up in the Second World War, and that was mostly because of the invention of airplanes and bombing, and also tanks and other forms of warfare that were what are called indiscriminate. So indiscriminate warfare in the Second World War led to the Geneva Conventions. And the Geneva Conventions said, hey, if you're going to conduct war, which is like trying to get resources or territory from another group of people, if you're going to do that, then you can't involve the civilian population. And what the nuclear teeth issue tells us is that you cannot have a nuclear war without involving every living being on the planet. Every man, woman, and child, every animal, everything. This just means that these weapons should not exist. In terms of, it shouldn't be in the arsenal of any military on the Earth to use nuclear weapons, because even if you just want to talk about the destruction that the heat and the energy causes, you're not talking about the destruction of poisoning the environment, which is what you do every time you set off a nuclear bomb. Every time you set off a nuke, you send nuclear radiation out into the environment, and that radiation accumulates in every living thing. Not some living things, every living thing, including kids. And so, yeah, you're not... It's a complete fabrication to think that that is a munition that you can use in a war and not do exactly what you did in World War II, which is where you bombed a bunch of people who didn't have anything to do with the conflict, and you weren't even really in conflict with. God, man, those zeros are really powerful. Tried to get off a grenade there. I think I got some grenading done there. In any event, any talk of trying to use nukes or just use them in a limited way just misunderstands the nature of nuclear energy and the way that nukes detonated in the environment actually function, which is very, very, very strongly, and is not something that you can control. Not easily, not really ever. And so, anyway, let alone the concept that the bomb that you're setting off is so large it can destroy like a city. Like, it is just absolute insanity to think that you could somehow do war and just burn cities down. We did this. This happened in World War II. In World War II, whole cities were annihilated with conventional bombs, but it would happen much quicker in a nuclear war. And this was thought of as one of the most atrocious things that people have ever done in the history of people, was the leveling of Europe in World War II. I mean, specifically some of the big crazy things like Dresden. Dresden was firebombed, basically destroyed, like turned into rubble. And that's not just the military targets. That's not just the soldiers. That's every living man, woman, and child. Every dog, every cat, every bird. Basically, absolutely everything. And so, yeah, it's completely unethical. It's completely demonic to even consider that would be a possibility. That you'd want to repeat those horrible, problems from the past. You just want to make that happen again, but it would involve everybody. Anybody who's promoting that thinking should be helped, sent to the proper mental facility or whatever, or given a hug or something like that. You're talking about destroying all life. Think about it. Life has been rocking and chalking and jayhawking on Earth for like what 4.5 billion years, they think, and we have the ability to just stop it, to just stunt it completely with our technology. We should be more responsible as a species for controlling our technology. Like it's not cool that this tech is just out there and everybody has 8 countries have access to it, and we're not. The idea that we wouldn't try to get rid of that every day is just crazy, and it's a real failure of the end of the Cold War that we hung on to nukes and allowed us to get into this situation where we could potentially blow up the world again. The Cuban Missile Crisis, the people that lived through it, it was terrifying. People thought that the world might be over. Anyway, that's kind of where we're at now too. I'm secretly pulling for peace. I'm pulling for maybe some kind of UFO intervention. The Abyss, the movie The Abyss. There was a congressional committee that was looking into UFOs and what the government knew about UFOs. And the moment the idea that aliens underwater came up, they closed the session. They were like, we're not talking about any of that stuff. We're not going to discuss any of it. And what was it? Jeremy Corbyn? Jeremy Corbyn. He was on the JRE, and he said that a really highly placed person in the military said that was a great movie for its accurate representation of like potentially alien life under our oceans. Dude, that little Yoda is really good at being a little Yoda and is absolutely taking us down. Let's see what we got here. Dude, you're having to like walk to work day.
We need to hold the objective.
God, how far away can they reincarnate us on our own defensive position? What a weird map, dude. What a weird map.
Is that a Wookiee? Watch out!
Nice. Anyway, this is terrifying. It's terrifying stuff. It's terrifying stuff to think that the Earth could be so close to not having life on it anymore. But it's also a real wake-up call that we've got to rein in these politicians. Any politician that's like saying this is even on the table or a possibility, any politician that's not working to like actively get rid of nuclear, the threat of nuclear annihilation is not our friend, and they need to go. They're not a friend of life, and they need to step down. They need to step aside. I was listening to Tulsi Gabbard. She's a independent, non-affiliated with the two main parties in the United States, political human, and she's amazing. She ran for president in 2020, and because she was anti-war, she was roundly rejected by the media in the United States. Now, unfortunately, the media can make a big difference because of the way that media is so powerful, and it controls human emotion, and it controls human perception. They basically cut her out because she was anti-war, because war is such a big business in the United States and in a lot of places, and but very much in the United States. So anyway, I've been listening to Tulsi Gabbard. She's been talking a lot about the importance of making sure that people really do dismantle nuclear weapons, and that they really make a difference in terms of not promoting their use in any way, shape, or form. Even to threaten it should be a crime. I got a new background. I got a new in-between. Let's see if I can get my tweener stuff going on. Here we go. Okay, there it is. That's the official Jazz Cabbage interlude. I made that music myself last night. And I also made those visuals. Those particular visuals came from a series of artwork that I did during the pandemic, where I was broadcasting live ecstatic music and visuals live onto Zoom, and other people joined me on Zoom, and we danced together, and we also broadcast it live onto the internet, onto the interwebs. Pardon me. That is, you can find all that old stuff on our YouTube channel. Although go check it out soon, because you never know when a new artist is going to make their music illegal to play on YouTube. They can basically check a box, and then I have to take down my videos, and we have to re-edit them and do all this other stuff. Man, look at this, Jazz. Is this exposed to space? We're on a space vehicle, and it's got holes in it. This is not good. I don't know who thinks it's a good idea to be blowing holes in this stuff, but like, you should definitely knock it out. Let's see if we can get some turret action going here. All right. Dude, all these people. Okay, there's people everywhere. This is I've never seen this hangar before. These graphics on this hangar are new. They must have done some updates or something. Or maybe I just wasn't paying attention very well, but like, this is, oh boy. Let's get some healing going in here. Here we go. Come on, healing. Ugh. Gotta just pick a target and stick with it. No point in changing your mind halfway through. You know what? I'm just gonna make sure. Anybody who wants to join can definitely join. Just make sure that's all good. Holy smokes, here we go. Starting. Alright. Anyway, some of the things I was going to do, I think last week when I was broadcasting, I was talking about setting up a new computer and a new sound set part of my life. Anyway, I got this done. I bought a dedicated computer, and I put all the sound software that I have ever purchased in my life for the last 20 years on this one piece of computer, on this one computer. All of this software is like, you know, I have some Ableton Live on there. I've got some software to run like this marimba that my wife and I got for ourselves for our anniversary a couple years ago. Anyway, I have all these cool instruments, and now I have them all in one place, and it's very easy to make awesome music in here. And I made those violins last night. I was experimenting with some Ableton Live virtual instruments, and this is kind of like a little violin orchestra you can activate. Dude, I am getting trash OLED here. There's so, oh my god, they just overran us. Tried to fall back. No worries, we'll get him here. Okay, so it's me and this other guy, Able Beam, and we're 2 players light on this squad. I bet that means we're 2 players light on this whole server. I bet that means we're surrounded by AIs, if they even give us all the AIs. Did some people just get dissuaded? What was the thinking behind this entire... Oh my gosh, we just got a new follower or something. Something happened. We had a bingo just wanted to get my attention because we got some interesting things happening on the chat. Very, very cool. I'll have to check that out in just a second when I'm not dying and getting my ass kicked by Landel Carisian, who's pretty good at kicking ass. Crazy rebel. Alright, here we go. Very cool. What's going on? Hey, alright. Got an follower. Deadpool. What's going on, Deadpool? Nice to join the channel. Bingo, our semi-rabid raccoon, announced your presence. That has got to be, I think that was the first time he actually did it. So it's very cool, man. Very auspicious. Hey, we got more people in our team. This is good. We need a few more people in our team. We're filling them up here. Nice to see you, Deadpool. We're falling back. Anyway, I was making a concerted effort to make more music and to make more art, and that has been successful. I would estimate that since we last spoke, I have spent about 20 hours setting up equipment, getting new cables, setting up microphones, routing and patching it all into, okay, they're over on B, routing and patching it all into my new PC, and just getting it all taken care of. And oh my gosh, it's paying off. It's so paying off. I have a little station I can go and I can just start making music. It is unbelievably cool.
Focus!
Oh, try not to go face to face with the enemy, with the hero enemy like that when they're holding a lightsaber. They're so good. Those heroes are so good. Oh no! Bad reincarnate. I got him though. I got him with like some grenade action. Dude, still though, they're gonna take B. Might as well find the next. It's too late now, dude. Fall back, Kazarak, 128. Yeah. So from time to time, I get people asking me. They're like, "Hey man, how come you like play a game that's like all about war, but sometimes you talk about war and you're really kind of anti-war?" I am anti-hurting people in any way, shape, or form. Treat others as you would like to be treated. I would like it if no one ever hurt me, man. So I'm gonna treat other people like I would like to be treated. The concept that anyway, this is a virtual game. It's not real. No one's actually getting hurt. In fact, not only are people not getting hurt, but people can actually feel more close to other humans through going through this process. It's in the same way that football was invented to simulate combat after World War I believe. In the same way that the sons of the... There's that Luke Skywalker freak again. We get some more chances to school this puppy. The Sons of the American Legion, and the American Legion itself. The Sons came later, but the American Legion was formed in World War I. It was the final days of World War I, and there were Americans, there were French, there were people from the United Kingdom. They were all, they pretty much knew that the war was going to be won. And all these guys got together, and they got together in Paris. And that's just where they happened to be stationed. And when they did this, they basically made a pact with each other. And their pact was to always be this excellent. The feeling of working together and the feeling of accomplishing everything that they'd accomplished, even though they were fighting a horrible war, and even though they were being what's the right term for it? They could potentially die, and it was very, 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 very. Oh Jesus, that's not the way to pick that up. I just self-detonated that thing. But I got a good reincarnate. You know what? That's actually a good way for an engineer to go. If you ever have to commit suicide, rather than just backing out of the server, put down your turret, blow it up right in your face, show the power of the explosives, and then just like move it forward. Why are these guys all of a sudden weak as dog meat and they're not? Oh, never mind. What's up? What's up? Got him. Got him with a grenade. Luke Skywalker, you dork of Julia. This is the problem with playing the dark side. You gotta fight all your heroes. You gotta fight all the people you look up to, archetype-wise. Okay, we're contesting the command post, but what does that mean? That means there's someone in here. Who's in here? Where's the dude? Where's the dude? There's the dude. These dork of Julias are just chilling out back here. Cool. Okay, we're still contesting. Contesting means there's somebody here. We shouldn't be contesting, we should just be defending. Where are they hiding? Where are they hiding? Okay, they're not down here. Yeah, I know the rebels are here. Where are they? Okay, now we're defending. Okay, good. Good. We figured it out. Did they just quit? They were like doing really good. I don't know why they would quit. This little Ewok here. Hey, little Ewok scone. You're pretty weak, really, when you get down to it. Couple well-placed shots. No problem. Hey, Reach, what's going on? Never met Reach in real life or in virtual real life, IRL, but IDRL, whatever. But there he is. He's always on the server at this time. Nice to see you, Reach. Hope we get to hang out at some point in the real world, in a real virtual chat room. Yeah. So anyway, American Legion. So yeah, these guys got together and they were like, you know, this feeling of camaraderie, this feeling that we can accomplish anything, this feeling that we can do these amazing things, this will go away when this conflict ends. But let's do our best to maintain this. Let's do our best to keep this cool feeling absolutely alive. And so what they did is they formed the American Legion, and they then later formed the Boy Scouts, which was a way of bringing young men into the whole process as well, getting them ready for the next, the next problem that the world would present. That's the whole concept of the Boy Scouts. Is it's like, always be prepared. That's the concept. And it was like prepared for the kinds of stuff that, our grandfathers' fathers, kind of went through, and fathers' fathers and fathers went through. There's always conflict in the world, and good people have to be willing and ready to prepare and meet those challenges. And so anyway, that's how the Boy Scouts was formed, by the American Legion. There was also this thing they formed called Boys State. And again, a boys thing, so not, today it would probably be formed, it would include girls and boys, but it was a different way of thinking about these things. This is in the early 1920s, 19 teens. Anyway, Boys State was all about doing the same thing that Boy Scouts did. Boy Scouts did it with nature, and you learned how to fire guns, and you learned how to use knives, and how to camp out, basically how to Red Dawn. Have you ever seen the movie Red Dawn? Boy Scouts was like practicing Red Dawn like 1 or 2 weekends a month, and going on like some extended summer camp outs where you sort of practiced being ready for awesomeness at any moment. Anywho, long story short, there's a lot of football was one of these things that was supposed to simulate conflict, tribal conflict, and be fun in that regard, and yet not have to hurt anybody. No one actually gets killed, rather than real war where people really get killed. So there's this way to do aggressive, winner-take-all kind of competitions. I guess this is kind of winner-take-all, although you could probably get smarter about it even than that. You could make it kind of a win-win situation. But in any event, super high conflict, super high stakes as a way of making general life better, and as a way of just improving without the need to actually harm people. So anyway, that's a long explanation, but that's my take on all of that. That the actual camaraderie is good, while hurting people is never good. You never want to do that. If you have to hurt people for whatever reason, you want to do it very, very, very as least as possible to get the intended result. And then also you might want to think about why your society needs to how crazy is your society that you need to kind of force people physically and violently into conforming. Maybe you want to work on your societal structure and create one that works for more people and figures out how to support more people, so that you don't get in those situations where you've got a whole bunch of people that are, quote, breaking the law. That's what's supposed to be good about America too. America is supposed to be government for the people, by the people. Here's how that works. The people decide who's going to represent them. So voting works. There's no shadiness, there's no hanging chads, there's no weird electoral college, whatever the hell. It's literally people get to oh, look at this guy. Look at that guy. He just Han Solo ran straight in there and wants to start capping, and he just, all right, let's go get him. Did you see Han Solo go down there, buddy? Did you see him? Dude, is he capping? There's no way he's capping. I saw where he's hiding. There we go. Alright, and they're all respawning on him. Cool. That didn't last very long. Yeah, so couple of threads there to pick back up. The whole concept of being prepared and being ready, that means practicing. That means practicing and getting ready for any eventuality, any contingency. The concept with the Boy Scouts is always be prepared. So whatever prepared looks like, you just want to always be in that state, always be ready. And what does that mean? Well, if you live in a society that is theoretically prepared to repel an invasion or repel some kind of threat at any time, guess what people don't want to do? They don't want to threaten you. And there's this very paradoxical relationship between armed and ready and prepared and low violence. If you look at the crime rate in Texas, it is insanely low. At one point I read a stat that Texas had the lowest crime rate in the world. But I think it's, boy, it'd be cool if it was still true. The why is there's lots of reasons why the crime rate would be so low in Texas, but certainly one of them is because gun ownership in Texas is the highest in the United States. More people have guns in Texas than than per capita than actually per normal. And on that thought, let's go ahead and take our second intermission. Here we go. Intermissioning. Woohoo! And it's on like Donkey Kong, and we're back. So right before the break, we were talking about Texas. Highest level, one of the highest levels of gun ownership, and one of the lowest levels of crime. What does that tell you? That tells you that humans follow rules when there is an enforcement, and when you distribute the enforcement to the people, meaning that everybody can do the enforcement, it means that like everybody gets it. This effect doesn't happen when you just have a couple of police that have guns and they enforce the law, because what happens in those cases is that the places that can buy the best cops and have the best police, they can have the lowest crime rates. Basically because you've put violence at the other end as a consequence on crime. So when you're talking about lots of people being armed in a society, and sort of like it's a mutual thing to like keep the peace, and that the idea that a citizen would respond to a crime comes with that whole concept of gun ownership and people being responsible gun owners. Anyway, that's exactly why you have the Second Amendment of the United States. The Second Amendment of the United States says that in order to secure a free society, meaning in order to actually get a society where you have freedom, you can't just rely on the state itself to enforce the rules. There's got to be another level to it. And what's the level? It's the people themselves. It would be the same thing as like saying you're going to have antivirus software on your computer, but the government you're going to pool, you know. Do you want your own antivirus software that you can absolutely ensure and run on your computer and make sure that everything's cool? Or do you want to like pay the government to like come in with like a specialist and like do antivirus stuff on your computer, and only sometimes, but you can't get it all the time? And then it just becomes really obvious that like you know, when you think about law enforcement as a technology, you want that distributed. You want the power to make that real in as many people's hands as possible. And I think that becomes a tyranny unless you have real democracy. Real democracy means that the people elect the people who make the laws. What does that mean? It means that the people aren't coming up with a bunch of crazy laws for themselves that they don't want to live by. The desire to follow a law should come from the people who are being governed in a democracy. And so you get out of all of like the insanity of you know, a company coming up with a law and then paying for that law to be enacted because they can purchase politicians, and then enforcing that law against other people. That's not government for the people by the people. That's government for the people by the corporations or by whoever is purchasing the laws. And so that is not good. We got to stop that immediately. We need massive political reforms in the United States, and like anywhere that this type of democracy is practiced in the world, where corporations are extremely powerful. They do incredibly powerful things. So what's up, Minister? Cool AI. And you know, they're good in lots of ways, but like you can't let them just run amok in your political system. You got to do things to limit their power. Otherwise, they take over your society, as is happening in 2022 in the United States of America. They got B. They're just taking B home. Is it worth it to run over there? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. It's the right thing to do. So anyway, yeah, you want this Second Amendment, the people armed in order to secure the free society, in order to secure the government. You want that because you want that power distributed. You don't want it in the hands of a few people, because power in the hands of a few people promotes corruption. You want that power to be distributed, and we were talking about voting earlier. So critical for democracy that you can vote and know that your vote actually counts. That is just like, it's just not even, it's crazy that there would be any debate in America about what a vote was, and that we wouldn't have some just rock solid way of being like, this person voted. We want to secure those votes and make them private. We don't want a situation where people are being pressured into voting one way or another. That's why it's got to be an anonymous vote. It's always got to be an anonymous vote. And so we should do that with math. Really good cryptography, really good programming. We should be able to see that people voted, but we should not be able to see who they voted for or what they voted for ever. And we should encrypt it and introduce the proper cryptography, the same cryptography that keeps all of our banks running and gives us the ability to do. Oh no, they're going to take B. They're totally going to take B. Okay, good. They totally did. Okay. Last time I was playing with Sean, he had this great thing where he had a strategy where he was an AT-AT, and he was standing like right here, and then he was able to shoot out the front, which was super duper cool. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to move forward here, and I'm going to try to see if I can find some humans out here to get rid of. What's going on? Where are you guys at? We're on a really big map, aren't we? Oh yeah, they're doing the same thing. They're out there in the streets.
Dig in.
What's that guy's name? Paulito? Paulito 88. Nice. What that means he's born in 88. That put him in his 30s. Nice job, Paulito. Alright, here we go. Heads up, heads up. Lead your shots, lead your shots. Ben Astor, nice to be doing business with you there, buddy. Ben Astor's the son of Astor, son of Star, Star Son. It's a cool name, man. Ben meaning son of Astor, the Latin for star. Ben Astor. in the same way that there's the Astor family of, oh, look at that, reincarnated Yoda out here in the streets.
We have been joined by Lord Vader.
He had superpowers on me at the end there, but not before I took him out a little bit. All right, Polito, let's go hunt down this Yoda. Fuck. Let's do this. All right, you dorks. It's enough of this. Enough of this. What part of the world are we in over here? That one comes with rocket launchers, so that is a lot of power that they've got. Boom, boom. All right, let's do it. A lot of shooting. It will be nice to have Peter back. Peter is an awesome second on this game. So much fun to play with too. This game just gets best with there's lots of people collaborating. Ah, got a little Yoda out here in these streets. I'm trying to take A over here. Nice, soften him up there for you. Hopefully you can finish him off. Oh, looks like I got the shot. Nice. Love it. Lead your shots, lead your shots.
Time to end him.
Nice, we're kind of... Oh, they want to push us back. Ah, they're pushing us back. Boy, they're really pushing us back. Alright. 24 seconds. 21 seconds to run. I should probably run in a zigzag pattern, just like at the end of Apocalypto, so that their stones can't crush my head. I wonder if I can even get to this place I need to be in 10 seconds. It's gonna be close.
We must hold this last position or the rebel attack will succeed.
It is gonna be
no
close.
Retreat, no surrender.
I'm in. Alright. They're out here though. Let's get them. Return to objective. Right. Alright. I guess this is a nice place to make a stand, because they've got to come through this way. I wonder if there's any side entrances. Okay, this is hard to shoot around all this garbage. Yeah, focus. Let's just work the sides here a little bit. Oh, I was gonna get in some blows on that Chewbacca. I had him lined up with my fists, and they killed me. Here we go. Anyway, the whole thing about the Second Amendment and all that, it's a big responsibility, but that's what's cool about Boy Scouts. Boy Scouts was a way of, when I was in Boy Scouts, it was a way of being able to take on responsibility in kind of a practice way. Like, oh, what would it be like if you had to make your own food, or what would it be like if you had to go catch your own food, or if you had to sleep outside in a tent, or not even in a tent, just you had to go make your own shelter. What if you didn't have, it was winter time and you didn't have the right clothes, or you got wet, You would go through all of these tests, and they are taking A behind us, guys. They are in A, so we should definitely get over there. Anyway, it was nice because it built confidence when you were a young person. Chewbacca, what the fuck? I just assumed that guy was on our side. He's doing a great job of taking, and they just got all his buddies in the door here. Alright, Honto Carver, I see you. Oh no, we got Ewok witchcraft over here. Get away from me, get away from me. There's a lot of wounded. We need to finish some of these guys off. There's a lot of them. Grenade, no. Alright. Just gonna work the edges of the room towards the center. Hopefully that will be helpful to my comrades. Okay. Yeah, practice and being prepared. Very important. And as a deterrent against violence in a society. If you live in a society where everybody is prepared to deal with it, you get very little of it. I also heard, I know I told this story a lot, but in Switzerland, there is almost no incidents, like zero, break-ins of people's houses per year. I don't know if you've ever had your house broken into or a car broken into. It is a terrible feeling when you get your stuff stolen, or someone messes with your stuff. It is a bad feeling, and it makes you it makes you not like people, because you're like, ugh, these people out here, they're like taking my crap and making me work twice as hard because I gotta go. Not only did I have to work to get all this stuff the first time when I bought it, but now I gotta go work again and do it. Or even if you have insurance, now I gotta go convince a bunch of people that I really owned all this stuff that I said that I owned. And so anyway, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to get stolen from. It sucks, and it takes a while to get over. And it took me, last time I had my car broken into, and I had all of my classroom materials stolen. And it was like all the televisions that I used, all the gaming consoles that I used in my classes, it all got stolen at once. And oh my god, it took me so long to forgive those people. It took so much very active forgiveness for a very long time to, let it go and to move on. And yeah, it's caustic. It is caustic on society to have theft. And so anyway, when your populace decides to take it into their own hands and to not allow, in a certain way, violence to just like proliferate around them, like people do in Texas, when people choose to conceal carry and to open carry and to be armed as a deterrent in society, when that happens, you get a safer society, but it's also a higher cost, because the individuals are paying for this. They're paying for the bullets, the guns, the training, all of the safety equipment, just the whole nine of it. I was getting killed by Princess Leia. It costs more, and it also takes more but it spreads around the responsibility. And that seems to me like a really good way to do it. That seems to me like the way that the original thought behind the Second Amendment was designed for. It was designed for distributed responsibility. And so because we want to have this in our society, we should train for it. We should have it in schools. We should have kids learn how to do everything that we want them to do as a citizen. And if we want our citizens to participate in the eradication of crime in our society, then we should definitely let them know how to do it safely. And so, yeah, I always thought the Second Amendment thing, it's very much a education thing. It's like, teach people how to do it safely. So anyway, in Switzerland, every person, when they're 18 years old, has to serve in the military. And they serve in the military, and they get issued an automatic weapon, a weapon that's very good at stopping invasions. And every person in the society keeps this gun in their house, and I think they have to turn it back in when they're like 45 or something. There's like some upper limit. There's like some upper age limit on it. But anyway, they have these guns in their house, and they're issued a very specific number of bullets. The bullets are very tightly controlled, and there's no incidents of break-ins in Switzerland. People in Switzerland don't have other humans breaking into their house and taking their stuff. So that is amazing. It just is. It's a benefit to society to be able to live with that enforced trust, and it makes sense to me that you would want to do everything in your power to get more of that distributed responsibility for everything, for all of the pieces of society. Stop making like government experts that do this stuff, and start distributing the protocols of citizenry and being a citizen. Distribute those back into your society and like activate them. So do the stuff you're supposed to do as a citizen in your society. Otherwise, you don't get to live in a nice society. You get to live in a society that has all kinds of problems, and we'll never be able to hire enough people, or with enough specialty. It's got to be. I think there's simplification. You got to simplify, reduce the number of laws, make sure they're laws that really count and that you really want people to enforce, and then make it a part of citizenship to participate in keeping that order in place. That's what being a citizen means. To want to abide by order, and not random order, democratic order, the order that the other citizens decided was going to be happening. For the people, by the people. They're running out of time, and they are out. We just gassed them out. That's it. Victory. Super victory. So anyway, let's see what we can get into on our next segment. Let's take a break. Back at you, sport fans. There we go. Looks like my compatriots are working on C over here. I think I'll join them on B. Nice. We got some people who want to focus. I love it.
Turret ready.
Whoa. There we go. Nice. I guess if I put my back to the wall here, it's pretty good. Actually, it's a pretty good shot. Pretty good. Keep my head on. Yep. They got me right on the left. All good in the hood. There we go. All right. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what's going to happen the next week. What we got going on this next week. I am in a good position to make a lot of cool art this week. Maybe make some new music. What kind of big, reachy goal do I want to accomplish this next week? I have a big backlog of other stuff to edit. I could focus on doing some editing, although that kind of keeps me inside, and I want to make new stuff, so it's hard to... This is why it's always good to have processes, creative processes that are very brief, so you can like start, begin, and start, middle, and end them, and not have them be like ongoing. Like sometimes I produce a bunch of stuff, but then I don't want to do all the editing necessary, but then to actually put it out there. So it's just like a reminder to not make the process that complicated in the first place. Try to figure out a way to simplify it at all stages. You know what? And the only way you do that is by doing it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make more art. I'm going to try to tighten my loop, make it easier to put that together. I am starting a men's group called Dude Core, and I'm sending out invites to the various dudes in my life to get together and do some dude stuff together, which would be very, very nice. And so I should get on that. I should make sure that everybody who I want to send an invite to gets an invite to the party. The cool part about DudeCore is that one of the first things we're going to do is a lot of the guys who I'm inviting, they've been in other men's groups, and some men's groups work really well, some men's groups don't work very well. And so anyway, one of the first things that we're going to do in this process is we're going to figure out how to. We're doing a retrospective on all the good stuff that's happened before and all of the crazy stuff that's happened before, and then we're going to design some protocols into the whole thing that get us to the point where we're able to embrace the stuff and emulate the stuff that we liked from old groups, and not really implement any of the stuff that we didn't like. And have like a very conscious, I guess, a conscious citizenry in a little micro world. We're going to figure out like the least number of governing principles that can keep us together and have the greatest amount of fun. Anyway, kind of a semi-secret society, so I will infrequently update you on that one, but it is kind of nice as moving forward. And that's kind of where my heart is anyway. I think if I made some real progress on that, that would be one of the things I could do, which would be the most fun and the most beneficial and the most useful to the world. That would be, I think, very, very nice. They're doing a great job of repelling me. Okay, who's on station here? Looks like this Darth Vader is on station. There we go. Alright. B is over here, we can take B.
Got a rebel commander making
Take my
trouble.
pet. We are, Captain. We are downranging some fools in this very long pipeline of awesomeness. There's a random spaceship-like bubble that is just a spherical object that is floating around. No idea what's going on there. No idea. What is really nice when I have a nice group of guys regularly is that it satisfies the need for camaraderie and brotherhood, just being able to hang out with the guys and have a good time and make plans for like greater improvement of life, and kind of just Boy Scouted up, really. It's nice. It's nice to have a little group to chill with. Anyway, when I have this in my life, I find when it is satisfied, I find that I am extremely productive, and I have an incredible innate sense of responsibility to just my world and the people around me, and absolute all. Even talking about it gets me thinking about cool stuff I could be doing if I had more brothers to keep me accountable and want me to succeed. It's really wild how it all works. I mean, yeah, it's nice to be an island, but the truth is that we're very much social beings, and social beings do a lot of stuff socially. God, this is the most secure bunker in the universe. It's just solid walls of earth around you. Like nothing can get you in there. It's so good. All right, what are we doing? I'm not even facing the right enemy, am I? I'm just taking all this Ewok voodoo with me. Hey, what's up? I got that in. You're gonna feel my grenade. Where's my grenade, man? Oh. Got him. All right. Where's the right guy? Where's my guy? All right, there we go. What's up, Draco? I'm on your side, buddy. I'm jumping in here to this hero kill. Let's get that hero. Oh, dude, someone's butchering the health underneath the starship. This is just crazy. This is so crazy. All right, we should be taking something from these guys, right? Isn't that what we should be doing? We should be taking something. What are we doing? What's the point and purpose of any of this stuff, then, Carver? B is like right over here. We should just go take B, right? Just go take B. I got Ewoks messing with my head.
What is this? Disaster!
just got rid of their squad over here. Sometimes it's nice to be on your own. Sometimes it's nice to be alone. Gotta have the cowboy instinct, but also it's nice to recharge with the group. So anyway, that is the benefit of operating inside a little squad. You can hold each other accountable, but you also get to pool resources and pool information. And, it's just the best. It's just the best. I'm thinking real life IRL bowling league. These are some of my man dreams. What would it be like to actually get some people in a bowling alley actually bowling? Might be the best. Might be the best thing ever. These are great dreams. These are great dreams. I don't know if you've ever played the bowling arts, but you were just getting electrocuted in this little weird room. Hopefully we made some good moves there. I'm with you, Darth Maul. What are we doing? We're out here cooking these fools? Is that what we're doing? Let's go. Let's go. Alright, let's go Cat B, kids. It's Cat B, now that we did all the hard work. I'm not like relaxing over here. I think it's pretty wise to have other people who are interested in being real citizens around you to help you, because citizen is like social volunteering. It's like you're volunteering to be a member of a society, and you're upholding certain principles, rules, and ideals in order to try and secure rights or privileges for other people, other citizens. It's just so nice to be clear on what that agreement is and what it means and everything, rather than it just evolve into like, I just gotta pay taxes. It's like, you probably have to do a lot more to have a society worth living in than just that. There's no way it's free. There's definitely a cost.
Get ready for the final assault.
So anyway, figuring out what the cost is and paying it up front, that's what I'm all about. Figure out what the dues are and then pay them. Hey, what's going on? I've got all kinds of ideas about how to execute on this stuff. So good. Alright. But this is where getting a bunch of guys together makes a lot of sense. Alright, you idiots. Let's see what's going on in here. I just killed a guy with that grenade. Must have been standing right on top of him. Noises in here are totally different than they've been in the past. That was some cool sound in there. It really did sound like you're inside some kind of giant machine. Jesus. Leia, they probably give her a good gun. If you're gonna equip a princess with armaments, you probably make them pretty decent. Wham! On my own grenade. Very, very cool. The break of dawn, you got a nice aerial view here. What's going on? I'll join you in your above board situation here. This has got a nice little vantage point. Alright, let's just nuke them wherever we find them. Like that. Less of them means more of us, means good.
We have reports of Luke Skywalker having joined the battle.
was kind of cool. I was on top of that thing. I was totally causing trouble. Alright. This is actually a really nice place up here. We were getting a lot of things done. We gotta figure out when we're gonna start capping though, because we're gonna have to get down there eventually. And I don't think we can cap from this altitude. I need to get rid of this Princess Leia. This Princess Leia's been alive for like way before too long. We need some equal opportunity dying here for our princesses. There we go. Alrighty. Are we even on the map? Okay, now we're okay. You got to be on the ground level to contest. We just gotta. I was using Princess Leia's thing there for a while. That was kind of cool. All right, I got a few of them. Boy, we really got to clean them out. We have not capped even a little bit. This strategy of being up the top is not maybe working, guys. We got a minute. Well, I guess as long as I can get a reticle on, we're good. Alright, we gotta go down. We gotta be capping. Ah, good God, thank God. Repel them, repel them, repel them. Where are they coming at us? Here they go. I guess I think you should think about the citizenry thing. It's like a castle. There's like a boundary, and there's like defending a boundary. And a boundary could be a boundary in like behavior or all kinds of stuff. But I think, yeah, I like the idea of freedom, and I like the idea of protecting and promoting it, but like really working together to make it real, not just a good, a thought or an idea or something your parents enjoyed, but like actually figuring out, like, doing the work of being a citizen. We're in OT. We gotta keep this going. No one die. I got Yoda with a goddamn grenade. Jiminy Christmas. Dude, they might have repelled us. They might have repelled us. Come on, who's in there? Who's in there? Oh no, that's the last one. That's the last one. Come on, come on, come on. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm in. No. We were so close. That was so close. Oh, that was a painful defeat. But still, that was incredibly fun. That was incredibly fun. That was a quickie. That was super quickie. I'm gonna dive right back in. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And it's on like Donkey Kong. Looks like I am helping some people. They are 1 micron away from losing their last position. I think I just got in time. I just joined this for literally 1 second worth of defeat. That was my fault. That was just karma. I was just paying off some time when it got handed to me way too easy. Here's a game. 1 second later, you've been defeated. That's it. That's fair. It's 0 score. I've never got a 0 score in my life. You know what? I'm gonna grab the 0 score. 0 score. Oh, almost got it. I got it on the video replay, I bet. Let's go though. Let's go with this matchmaking. Let's move on to bigger and better things. But this is why it's nice to be able to bring a posse with you when you go into battle in the battlefront. Because when you have to sort of shill around for extra random humans on the interwebs, they're unreliable. They bail off your server. But it's understandable why people bail. Because this game gets really fun when you can coordinate, come up with a plan, and execute it together. It's just like an extra cool level to the whole deal. Sometimes you get it spontaneously because the people you're playing with know the level so well, and there's sort of a natural, easy knowledge when you've got it going on. There we go. Try to spare you from my inhaler sounds. I live at 8,300 feet up here in these mountains. It is air thin. The air is very thin, and with this very, very, very thin air, it is a good idea. Oh man, look at this! I'm getting some side mounts on my green screen here. Is that real? Is that real? I don't know. I don't know. Interesting. I think it's got to be from the LED lights that are projecting there. Anyway, 8,300 feet. Yeah, the air is very thin, which makes it you're always in training mode. Always be training. I got some other things I could be using here. Got this overlay, kind of cool. I should make that the proper size. I've got logos that I can pop in. That's kind of fun. And of course, we always have the fight. Join the fight, maps.decorio.com. Maps.decorio.com is a free social network, and it's awesome. We basically do cool stuff in there. And anyway, if you are interested in joining us, you just jump right in. We've got our own calendar of events. Sometimes we have movie nights. We have different little mini societies within the walls. It's kind of like a little, forted city, if you will, from another time. If anybody knows how to win this level, just let me know, because I have no. This one is very difficult. I guess you just kind of want to push up here and get in their face. And maybe you distract them from the fact that they're supposed to be grabbing 3 points, which is like trivial when they're this far apart and everybody is this spread out. Of course, it does not help to. I guess I kind of got behind enemy lines there a little bit. All right, here we go. Here we go. This guy's got some gumption here. Let's do it, buddy. Are these people around us? Where are we? Okay, we're in B. Where's the enemy? Where's the enemy? There they are. This is fun. It's so weird to be in a daylight level, like just like bright daylight. I love it. Let's get this turret out here in the streets. Where are these guys? This is kind of fun. Hang down with these guys. You know what might be even cooler? If it's just me, what if I went into one of the big public lobbies? Like I could go into one of the big 64 lobbies. I never do that anymore. Might be fun. Usually there's more shenanigans though. This is less shenanigans, I bet. Yeah, that's right. If it's fun to play a game with an objective. Boy, is it fun to play a game with an objective. And is it painful to not have an objective when there is not an objective we have? Oh, it's just pure chaos. Okay, Command Post C is getting overwhelmed with, what you call it, the enemy. Let's get up there and free the natives here a little bit. I'm going to try to put this gun here in a cool place. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's that gun. There we go. Maybe that'll give us a little cover from the side. Oh, I heard it just killed 2 people after I left. That's pretty cool. Gun. Nice. 2 more kills. I wonder if I get my guns kills. I bet that's right. But if I'm dead, it's very interesting. It's a very gray area. You wouldn't want to steal any valor from a gun. Boom! Kip Master. Take that. There it is. Honto Carver. Alright. What do we got here? We got an entire squad of humans coming out of the woodwork. I'm on defense, so I don't even have to defend. So I just have to, if I see enemies, I can just take them out. That sounds good to me. Wow. This is me back behind enemy lines again. I think I'm going to go above them a little bit here. Nice, nice. Hopefully I'm disrupting someone's plans here. Making them have a little bit worse day for it. Here we go. What's going on, monkey? What's up, Joker? Boom! Falling.
The rebels think they have the advantage,
All
but
right.
we will prove them wrong. Get ready to hold new ground.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm thinking that I really want to get these guys together. Is what I'm thinking. This is my thought process, because so much opens up. So much opens up if you get just like 2 or 3 people together to like get in on a project. And I've never been more defined in terms of what I want to do next. And so I'm probably that's a nice to have direction and have projects and have like things you want to get done. It's good because it means you don't have just like infinite time for goofing around with other people. What's up? There's a goat out here in the streets. Try to leave the Yoda out here a little bit. Nice. God dang it, that was awesome. They were just coming out of some little side cave there. Dude, what's this guy doing? Metnov, dude, there's a sniper. We got a sniper on our team. Pretty cool though. He's almost on point. This is a sniper's dream here. Although he's got this guy trying to shoot him. I'll help you out, sniper. Garshum Band is not going to give you any more trouble. Go ahead and snipe it. Snipe it, Will. Let me see what I can do up here. Okay, we got A, and they're coming in on A. That means they should be right down there. Lead the shots, lead the shots. Don't shoot where they are, shoot where they're going to be. There we go. Especially at these distances. This is just really nice. It's just really open terrain. Just big old areas. It's kind of relaxing. Kind of as relaxing as a digital environment can be. I guess, not just out here sightseeing. What's up, you guys? Oh, look, there's a whole squad. They sent a whole squad up here. What's going on, you guys? Nice. Took one down as I was going. Oh, and it was Ben Astor, too. I was dying with Ben Astor. We're on some kind of reincarnational merry-go-round together. That's, I think, one of the problems of war. Because, I mean, if the solution is just killing things, things don't stay dead. When you... that energy has to go somewhere. And if it's a people, and you're in war with a people or something like that, there's the whole problem of, like, now you're going to be haunted by all those extra spirits and all that extra craziness, all that extra energy out of the body. It's just not a... I don't know. There's so much more to people than just their body for this life. There's so much more in there, and yeah, that's why the whole concept of violence and war and stuff is just kind of dumb. Because really, what you do is you have to survive with everybody. And it's Buckminster Fuller in the 1950s did the calculations. There's enough resources on this planet for everybody. Everybody can have plenty. And it's just the distribution of the resources that gets in the way. It's the politics, but mostly it's the war that gets in the way that ends up creating all of the misincentives for cooperation and sharing. So, in any event, I think you can get really smart about ways of sharing. Think about if you had like a blockchain-enabled resource management system for like your neighborhood. So where you couldn't, it was blockchain enabled, so it was like very secure, mathematically so, and it really worked. Oh, they're on B. Where's B? I don't even know. It's gonna be a fallback. Oh, they're gonna make us walk inside, aren't they? Here we go. Time for a walk. Let's get it, guys. There we go. Okay, we're walking. We're walking. Felt them out for a stroll, a virtual stroll. All right, this is the right one.
You are soldiers of the Empire facing
I can hold up here.
enemy, and you will achieve victory.
Hey, we've even got shots. Nice. So anyway, blockchain-enabled resource management for your neighborhood. So check this out. You know when you want to give something away? Like you just have extra whatever, like clothing you're not using or anything. Just like any extra at all. Can you imagine if there was just a pre-built thing in your neighborhood where you could just like, not just list it, but it was sort of like taken care of. Like you could just very easily get that into the hands of somebody that you live next to. Hi. I got into a fight with a Wookiee, and the Wookiee won. I fought the Wookiee 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 and the Wookiee won. Alright. There's a grenade in his future. Mr. Confused. Cussed. Alright, what's up? I can take care of this other person. Easy peasy. In fact, I can squeeze off some of these guys over here too. This is no trouble for my unit. My unit is designed for doing this kind of work. But I did leave that guy with that other guy. What's up, Kid Master? Got nerds over here? No nerds. Nerd free, baby. Nerd free. Man, they like succumb to their wounds. I didn't even see them take shots. Alright, someone was over here. They're probably trying to take B, that we can get to B, and that's where they're headed. So that's good. Boom. I think my grenade did him in. He was being held. He was being held in a force-based dispenser field. What's up? Sending these heroes out here in these streets. Ah, I got him. Dork. Gets to die with dignity. The rest of us get to fall like swine. This is what they're just trying to communicate this to us. All right. Blockchain-enabled resource management for your neighborhood. So, like, you have an extra sweater. Okay, it's just an idea. You donate. You put the sweater on the. You put the sweater into the community, and somehow it gets exchanged with another person in the environment. But then you have like one sweater's worth of credit. You know, somehow that's turned into a little local currency, right? That's kind of like only redeemable through the network. So it's not just a money system for anybody. It's just for the people that live right there, and it's able to keep more value by doing that, because otherwise, what do people do with that stuff? They just kind of throw it away. But anyway, I just think if you could create more reasonable ways of people bonding like that, having a shared destiny in their little area, I think you create happier people, because people like to be tied in with other people and their destiny. They like to be in a little mini community. Anyway, I think that'd be pretty cool. Like if you had studious kids in the neighborhood who could mow everybody's yard, they could do that into this system. Maybe there's a payout day or something like that, or there's dues that are paid in the neighborhood, and it all gets calculated in here. This is gonna kill me. So you watch this. Boom. Oh, I almost died. All good. All good. All right. Oh, nice shot, buddy. Turned the corner, took the shot. Anyway, I just think there's so much technology that's enabled by this that it could be extremely, extremely cool. Dude, he's just like parking.
We need to hold our positions just a little longer, and the rebels will be defeated.
Look, he was able to get in 2 hits because he took me down. He was in between moves. I love it. Nice. That's nice to see that hero go down. All right, they got 9 seconds. 9 seconds is nothing. Let's end them. They've come back from before though. Shouldn't count them out. Come on, let's do this. They are no T. Who's on? Who's on? Who's on station? Commanding A? Who's in A? Oh, this is fucking Ewok over here. Nice, that was a good human move. OT is running out, baby. You're done. You're done. You're done. Alright, everybody. That seems like a pretty good place to leave it for today. Thank you for being a part of our broadcast. Thank you to everybody in the chat, everybody who participated. Maps.decorio.com for more fun. Let's go ahead and end with a prayer. O Holy Mother, Father God, Master Jesus, and Mother Mary, may your spirit and may your light descend upon everybody who is listening to this, everybody in the world, And may your grace inspire them to be better people, to take greater responsibility for the problems in their immediate environment, so that this world might be made good and holy and true from the inside out. We ask that you shower light and grace and true order upon all humans, that we cooperate, that we work together, that we strive for good and blessings for everyone we meet. If we all give a little bit, the world just becomes a really good place. God, fill us with your spirit, your light, your power, and your truth. And thank you to everyone who's listening. Have a great afternoon. In the name of the Creator, the Mediators, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. May the Force be with you. Always.